The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello and welcome. I'm Tracy Pa with Monday's News. In this edition, Nawai District welcomes state-of-the-art bridge, UPNG student leaders query fees increase, and PNG footballers withdraw participation due to unpaid allowances. The people of Nawai District in Morbe Province joyfully celebrated the opening of a state-of-the-art 9.5 million kina bridge on Friday, August 7, 2026. The 72-meter Busu Bailey Bridge is funded by the Morbe Provincial Government, with Provincial Administrator uploading it as a superstructure that is built to last.
Boana in Nawai District was packed to capacity as locals flocked to witness the opening of the new 72-meter Busu Bailey Bridge on Friday, August 7, 2026. It is believed to be the sixth structure to be built over the Busu River after the previous bridge was washed away in October 2023. Busu River is recognized as the fastest flowing river in Papua New Guinea and the sixth fastest in the world. Morbe Provincial Works and Highways Manager Joshua Konangu described it as a unique structure that has ever been built in PNG.
Kind of structure also means last for 50 to 100 years lifespan blame. Yubla gona yubla lulu gani le bridge normally lo namel lo wara iga senda pia sa sanap. Patay yubla gona lo disla bridge pa yubla lukim noga senda pia lo namel pat pa yubla lukim iga tubla pia lo side. This la mi because lo strong lo wara mibla ino nabla puti wambla senda pia lo namel mibla puti mlongwe because wara am got story blangem.
Konangu expressed relief that after more than 2 years of waiting, goods and services can now reach the people.
Thank you.
Morbe Provincial Administrator Max Bruton voiced pride that his office was able to prioritize, manage and deliver the 9.5 million kina monument of engineering during the tenure of two governors, the late Luther Wenge and now Rainbow Paita. In 2024, the late governor visited Boana Station and committed 5 million kina, while Rainbow Paita allocated an additional 4.5 million kina to ensure its completion.
Only give him 50 million. Me advise now I'm district for you. You have no choice but to fund this bridge. And the late governor, I'm Haran Dog and put him first 5 million people I put him some bridge. Yes, I agree with the engineering team. This is a structure, one of the best structures that we have it in the country. And I believe you can have a look at it later when we go down for commissioning. But you look in, you yet can use the same contractor. And I believe the contractor has done an enormous job, a very, very fantastic job. Where also the line talk finish. It's a bridge now. I mean, I mentioned the road in Kamlangan.
Governor Paita agreed that the new bridge needs a modern road to match. Therefore, he allocated 1 million kina to upgrade and widen the Boana Road.
Challenge blimi now and big true. Population blimi to and grow. PA this la road where you now you talk now. Meeting was a national government, yes, will make him commitment. Lo you must silims la road. But the provincial government can start him sample work long kirap him national government. You don't avoid him national government, wait, sit down.
Kamala Guare, TVWAN News, Ley.
Prime Minister James Marape has called on Australian businesses to deepen their investment in Papua New Guinea, saying the country is entering an important decade of economic expansion. Major resource projects, infrastructure development, and greater integration with regional markets.
Addressing the Business Advantage PNG Investment Conference in Brisbane today, Mr. Marape urged Australian companies already operating in PNG to expand their businesses while encouraging prospective investors to enter the market now.
Our country moves towards the next 50. We want our country to be a good place of investment where businesses have thrived. Our environment is a low tax-paying environment, and where everyone is prosperous, investors, and more importantly, my people who must not be left behind.
The Prime Minister thanked Business Advantage International Executive Chairman Andrew Wilkins and his team for continuing to provide a platform that connects Papua New Guinea with Australian and international investors. He said the relationship between Australia and Papua New Guinea extended well beyond independence in 1975, having been built over generations through churches, businesses, governments, and people-to-people connections. He described the historical relationship between the two countries through what he called the three G's: God, gold, and government. The Prime Minister said Australian missionaries were among the earliest Australians to live and work in Papua New Guinea, followed by prospectors and businesses attracted by gold and other economic opportunities, and later Australian government officers.
So God, gold, or business, and government were three pioneer partners as my country became finally explored by the outside world in not just the 20th century or 19th century as it started, but much of the 20th century. So 1975 was a date that happened much later. The original contact between Australians and Papua New Guinea was much longer than this. So it is important. Our history is deep. We have depth of relationship, whether people to people through churches and social activities like sports, or business to business, or government to government.
The Prime Minister said this long-standing relationship must now be translated into a stronger economic partnership with Australian businesses encouraged to play a greater role in PNG's next phase of development. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
Police officers have been instructed to conduct awareness about the impact of illegal firearms and the importance of surrendering illegal guns before the end of the gun amnesty period in September 2026. Police Minister Sejon Pundari issued this instruction during a press conference held in Port Moresby recently. Police Minister Sejon Pundari said between now and September 16, police must conduct patrols to raise awareness about the importance of surrendering illegal guns. Police cars and other resources must be fully redirected to raising awareness and collecting data on surrendered firearms.
You may run to and fro. Nothing. Please, stop him. Stop him by the markets. Stop him where the communities live. Advocate for one last time to surrender that gun. Telling our people to protect themselves from the penalties of keeping that illegal gun.
He said provincial police commanders must drive the gun amnesty to protect communities and vulnerable groups or risk being immediately removed from office.
PPCs who have received guns, who are recording data, name belong all man na Mary Oli Saranda, details belong gun, na kisimol account number, me like talk, thank you truly.
He said so far 200 illegal firearms were surrendered.
All Hengans only surrendering more than 200 guns finished. Why not you follow the right example and the pathway? All good Blahenga come forward, finish now, give him gun blow. When I'm time by you, all him yet stop here, come now, give him gun blow you. And I say this to the entire country. When is the right time for you? You like saranda time this laganem kisim life bla you pinis, huh? Or time em killing merina pigni bla you pinis.
Sir John said the firearms collected will be stored safely. Names and account details for those who surrender their weapons will be taken for funds to be transferred after verification. These funds will be released after the amnesty period.
Surrendered in our police armories right across the country. They're in the custody of our provincial police commands. Data are recorded as to the details of the firearm, as to the name of the person surrendering it, and a nominated account where they would want their payments to go through. At the end of the amnesty period, we will collect all the data, and using the data, we will verify against the guns that are in our police armories. And after everything is confirmed in public, we will be destroying those firearms.
He added that the guns will be destroyed after the amnesty period ends.
Government, you may all get us a toggle same, let me get long blahan. But I want to tell you that this long blahan, yeah, especially up in the Upper Highlands region where I come from. Enga, Ella, Southern Islands, and the rest of the islands region, you blah them good. Gabman by inunab come one them long blah hand blong end sol. Gabman by come one them long blah hand blong end one them power to enforce the law against illegal guns and other crimes.
The police minister further called on those who are yet to surrender their guns to do so, as penalties will be imposed on those who are found in possession of illegal firearms when the amnesty period ends. Police Minister Sir John Pundari says the law provides for life imprisonment for people found in possession of illegal firearms. He says the law is currently being amended to also cover those who sell or supply illegal firearms.
Gun, me blaba change him law, life sentence law man you have a salim gun. You come to Indonesia, you come to Australia, you come to America, you work from within the country, you work from our borders. Let me warn you, the laws of you ending up with a life sentence also applies to you for selling that gun. You are responsible for the many lives that this country has lost already as a result of the use of illegal guns.
With days remaining towards the end of the gun amnesty period on September 16th, Police Minister Sir John Pundari has issued a final call-out to those who are still in possession of illegal firearms to surrender them. He said the amnesty period does not only apply to the Highlands region, but to other regions as well. Police Minister Sir John Pundari said the gun amnesty period will conclude on Independence Day, September 16th. After that date, there will be no leniency on the back of intelligence. The security forces will hunt those who are still using illegal guns.
In the remaining 5 to 6 weeks, let's boldly come together as a nation and say no to illegal guns. You all yet stop. You all yet stop. You treasure him this illegal gun. Now you know surrender. Let me be clear as your Minister for Police. There will be no tolerance.
He said the gun amnesty program not only applies to the Highlands region, but also to other regions as well, for illegal gun users to surrender their guns as well.
To the entire country. When is the right time for you? You like surrender time this gun and kiss him life bla you finish, huh? Or time and kill him marina pigni bla you finish. When is the right time for you?
Sir John said reducing the number of firearms around the country is a national public safety priority, and it is achieved by targeted enforcement, amnesty arrangements, intelligence-led targeting, community engagement, weapons tracing, community reporting, and prosecution support. He commended frontline police officers for engaging with communities to recover illegal firearms.
Man blow me out there. Me like talk, thank you, Trulo Yubla. Very brave, very brave. Many of you are very, very respectful to the people's uniform. You even put your life on the line in the course of your duties.
The police minister added that with the assistance from the Defence Force and intelligence, police will keep the pressure on those involved with illegal weapons and enforce the laws when applicable. This is TVWAN News. After the break, fuel price remain unchanged for August and Lay welcomes new diesel tank.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSB's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with BSB's One Talk Wallet. BSB's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
What a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this. And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who will get there? No Cara. He's over. What a try. All the emotions are flowing. Jubilation. Ecstasy. What a game.
Hiya, Mama.
You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical karaoke up a big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great fumu too. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Start your day by doing the 1, 2, 3 with Colgate. Wake up. Brush your teeth. And smile. Smile throughout your day with Colgate.
Yes! Oh no! And the bathroom smells like this!
Fancy hand wash, come to the front. Loofah older than Uncle Foofa. Please hide behind. Last year's face wash. Time to cover your face.
You can hide all that junk, sure. But how will you hide the smell anymore?
Godrej Air Pocket.
Wow! With Power Gel technology, keeps the bathroom fresh for up to 30 days. Godrej Air Pocket. Bye-bye bad smell. Hello sweet fragrance.
Welcome back. The University of Papua New Guinea Student Representative Council has raised concerns over the recent increase in compulsory student fees. The SRC says the increase places additional pressure on students and their families. The university, however, revealed that the increase is necessary to maintain operations and continue improving education services.
Students at the University of Papua New Guinea gathered at the university's Forum Square last Friday for a peaceful forum to voice concerns over the compulsory fee increase. The fee has increased by 915 kina, bringing a total compulsory fee from 3,585 kina to 4,500 kina. Student Representative Council President Ephraim Clivolo said the SRC has met with representatives from the university's 5 schools to discuss student concerns and potential solutions to ease the financial burden. Quivolo added that the SRC will formally raise the issue with university management and keep students informed of any developments.
We will resolute whatever steps that SRC will take. We will resolute, and it must, first of all, and most importantly, reflect the interest of our students. And we want to ensure that in whatever decision that administration is taking, there must be some form of transparency and accountability, which means if there is supposed to be an increase in the fees, students must be made aware. SRC must be in the table for this discussion so that we also provide a perspective from our students to the administration.
Meanwhile, UPNZ Vice Chancellor Professor Ian Findlay stated that the fee increase is necessary to support the university's operations and fund improvements to student services and learning facilities. He added that despite the increase, UPNZ remains one of the most affordable universities in Papua New Guinea and the Pacific region. Professor Findlay elaborated that those recent improvements include enhanced course delivery, long operating hours at the library and bursary, and improved campus security.
Well, yes, because the university needs funds to operate and to have the improvements that we want. Quality is expensive, so you have to spend. If you want quality, you have to pay for it. It's the difference between having a Rolls Royce and a Nissan. Want quality is expensive, and if we want a quality university, and I think the students also realise that I've already implemented a whole range of other improvements, course improvements, increased opening hours in the library, in the bursary, increased security. We're now at the safest campus in decades. Lots of improvements happening, but those improvements cost money.
The SRC is expected to release a circular outlining its position and any proposed actions regarding the fee increase as discussions with the university administration continue. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 News.
Fuel prices remain unchanged in August, with consumers nationwide expected to pay the same rates as in previous months. The Independent Consumer and Competition Commission says the government's fuel subsidy program will continue throughout August, marking the 5th consecutive month the program has been in place.
The Independent Consumer and Competition Commission indicated that the indicative retail fuel prices for this month are maintained at March prices, meaning the fuel prices per litre for the 3 petroleum refined products remain the same as previous months. The ICCC revealed that under the revised arrangement, since July 2026, the subsidy will be targeted towards retail consumers, drum sales, PNG Power Limited, and the aviation sector, excluding the purchase and sale of premium fuels. The ICCC noted that oil prices spiked again in early July this year due to the bombing of the Strait of Hormuz and the closure of the alternate choke point of Bab el-Mandeb Strait in the Red Sea by Houthi militants. Under the fuel relief assistance arrangement, fuel importers will continue to source fuel at prevailing international prices, exclusive of any premiums, and sell domestically to retail service stations and their contracted customers at March prices, while the government, through the subsidy program, continues to offset high prices. The program aims to protect the economy and consumers through price stability and fuel security despite high international oil prices. Mason Lewis, TV1 News.
Islands Petroleum SA dedicated ultra-low sulfur diesel tank in Leh, Morobe Province. The next generation diesel tank is set to increase local storage and improve fuel supply reliability across Leh and the wider Momose region.
Islands Petroleum has officially opened a new 4 million litre fuel storage tank at its Speybank terminal in Leh. The tank is dedicated to next generation diesel. This is an ultra-low sulfur diesel, or ULSD, for modern diesel engines and emissions systems. Speaking at their August 5th opening, Islands Petroleum Chief Executive Officer Nathan Blewett said the second fuel storage tank is opened at a time of global fuel uncertainty.
This adds further capacity to our storage in Lae. It yet doesn't meet all of our storage requirements, which we lean on our partners next door to help us with. But we do see that if we can supply the infrastructure, our customers will value that reliability, and this is adding to our supply chain reliability in Lae and through all of this region that Lae Port serves.
Blewett drew attention to the need to reduce sulfur in the fuel as industries and consumers seek more sustainable energy solutions. ULSD is refined fuel containing a maximum of 10 parts per million of sulfur compared to traditional diesel that contains thousands of parts per million of sulfur.
But once the Europeans started reducing emissions and increasing how clean our diesel trucking fleets and diesel engines were, we needed to reduce the amount of sulfur in the fuel. And so we see that in Papua New Guinea there is a big demand for people who are expanding their fleets. And so we are dedicating this tank to ultra-low sulfur diesel, also referred to as 10 ppm, 10 parts per million sulfur. And this tank will be able to service customers who order low sulfur diesel. It will service equally any other machinery or equipment just the same. So there is no difference for older equipment. But for any new fleet or new vehicles, we wanted to give our customers the freedom to buy their new fleet, to buy that new truck, to buy that new piece of equipment that needed the new fuel. So we are responding to customer demand. And
the new 4 million litre fuel storage tank is located at its Paybank terminal in Lae. Kamila Guare, TVWAN News, Lae.
And now the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2265 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, a kina was buying $0.2189 $0.3061 Australian dollars, $0.1814 euro, and 34.30 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York closed, gold, coffee, cocoa, crude oil, and copper closed higher, and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX and all ordinaries closed lower. You're watching TV1 News. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more stories after these short messages.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, PSP's OneTalk wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at PSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our OneTalks, to our family, to the ones we love. PSP's OneTalk wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
What a game this has been. With a minute to go, it all comes down to this. And here they come. They go wide. Passes to Becky. He juggles. Kicks it. Who will get there? No, Kara. He's over. What a try. All the emotions are flowing. Jubilation. Ecstasy. What a game.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
You
sabe tu olsem kondom one way where you can abrusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancy? Tingim, using condom long right way. Stop safe na look out him you yet. Using condom all get a time. Suppose you know save long HIV status long partner blog you or suppose you got plenty partner. Using condom good all get a time. Long haborusim seek HIV, STI na unplanned pregnancies. Using condom banisim you yet na future blog you. This platok save ikam long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
Welcome back. The government has been urged to increase the discretionary and non-discretionary funds allocated to members of parliament. Member for Goilala said MPs operate within a Melanesian society where they are often expected to assist their constituents for a range of social, customary and community obligations. The increase in funding will support these obligations.
Member for Goilala, Kesmiro Haya, has raised concerns about the usage of discretion and non-discretionary funds by members of parliament. He recommended that the government should increase it to 1 million kina. He said MPs frequently used development grants to respond to requests from the people after their discretionary and non-discretionary funds had been exhausted. Aya said people often visit MPs at their homes seeking financial assistance to meet customary obligations, including traditional ceremonies and other important social responsibilities. He said the demands placed on MPs are significant and that increasing the discretionary and non-discretionary allocations would help address some of these pressures.
So in order to avoid members of parliament from digging into development budget, this money must, parliament or policy makers must make sure this money go on top, so they can attend to all the people's issues. My house is filled 24/7, 5 o'clock in the morning to 10 p.m. in the night. But millions are stealing the SIB money in a Golo Calabus. How can I tell them no? Also carrying death certificate, also carrying babies, kuspunan and sick one time in the camera house. So how do we attend to these people? We can't dig into this development budget. We must be real. All about me day one man, me support you, me vote you, me killing people you. We are not in a white man's world.
Aya argued that if the government increased these funds, MPs would be less likely to draw on development funds to meet requests that fall outside the intended purpose of development grants. He said development funds should remain focused on delivering essential services and projects that directly benefit communities, while adequate discretionary funding would allow MPs to respond to genuine social and customary obligations.
Where do the members get money to attend to all this house crisis and attend to people's too many or 1,000 incidences or events?
Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
To news overseas. If you have managed to make it through winter so far without getting the flu, you might not be in the clear. Cases in SA are starting to surge, backing the usual trend with spring just around the corner.
Weather on the horizon usually signals the end of flu season, but not this year.
We've had an unusual season because we've only just started to see the flu numbers tick up. And look at us, we're in August.
Last summer's surge of the super case strain in SA might explain the delay.
What I think that's done is given our community at a population level some immunity to flu, but with infectious diseases, over a period of time, population immunity wanes.
The super K strain fled here last summer because it took hold during the Northern Hemisphere during winter and soon spread.
The world's changing. Climate change, international travel, the spread of viruses around the world. Perhaps we're getting more flu in our summer, which is a total change from 15, 20 years ago.
RSV is also keeping doctors busy, with 5,702 cases already recorded so far, compared to over 5,800 last year. Free RSV vaccines were rolled out nationally for adults over 75 this year. WA has gone a step further, funding the up to $350 vaccine for vulnerable people aged 60 to 74.
Personally, as a doctor in South Australia, I'd love to be able to give those vulnerable patients an RSV vaccine and save the health system a huge amount of money as well.
Look, I think let's see how we go with this year and review those results. And we always make comparisons, of course we do, when we look at epidemiology between states.
Saving the tissues for spring.
There was a second protest in Melbourne West today when hundreds rallied against the development of artificial intelligence data centres across the state. Protesters say the facilities should not be fast-tracked until there are more safeguards in place, but those behind them say if they are not built, Victoria risks falling behind.
Calls to shut down sites helping power up the state. Sebastian Leith moved into his West Footscray home 5 years ago. Within 2 years, this had appeared on his doorstep. He says all the consultation he'd received was a flyer.
While data centres are a necessary evil, they do need to be controlled, and the state government needs to have much stronger rigour around the development process of data centres and where they're located.
Now, the next DCAA data centre is set to double in size, with a mass expansion proposed under the government's fast-tracked planning process. And residents say, once again, all they've heard is the noise of the generators.
We've had little or no consultation with the development, and so we just want to bring the awareness to people of, what these places are, the amount of energy consumption, the diesel storage, the construction noise.
This is just one of 30 data centres across Victoria, with another 30 already in the pipeline. The government says it doesn't want the community living in fear of these kinds of facilities, but says they are crucial to the development of the state.
This isn't some bogeyman out there. This is about driving economic growth, making sure that Victorians have access through technology to the data centres and the support that we need.
Data centres do underpin our digital economy and really our modern lives. Everything you do on your phone, banking services, public transport services, hospitals are run through data centres.
But even the CEO admitted she wouldn't want a centre development on her doorstep either.
A second day of industrial action is underway at Australia's largest iron ore expo in Port Hedland. Dozens of BHP workers have walked off the job amid growing concerns about the economic impact. As unions dig in, the state government has called for give and take from both sides.
A close-up look at Australia's biggest export. Visitors to Port Hedland shocked by the sheer scale of the iron ore operations.
Never knew it was like this big.
They're just incredibly huge.
You imagine how much money comes in and out of this port, that's for sure. It's on a big scale, very, very big scale.
This is the world's largest bulk export facility, and the red dirt runs gold. The product moved here contributes $170 billion in royalties every year. But today, some of the port workers who make it possible are on strike.
The impact will be to put pressure on the company in bargaining, to bring the company to the table.
BHP says 70 workers didn't show up this morning. The combined unions say that number will climb to 150, factoring in shift changes. The impact is hard to verify. BHP maintains vessels continue to be loaded as usual, and the ore is pouring in, but the unions say it's at a slower rate.
The Pilbara is an important economic driver for our state and our country, so of course we're watching it closely. But as I said, the Fair Work Commission is there to help work with the parties and urge the parties to try and reach agreement.
This year's strikes are the most significant in the Pilbara in 2 decades. And it's not just here in Port Hedland. Near the mines in Newman, BHP's high-voltage electrical workers down tools for 12 hours.
Our membership in the Pilbara, particularly in iron ore, has effectively tripled.
Most workers here earn more than $200,000 a year. But the unions say this is about more than money. They want clearer pay structures and working conditions. The miner says the strikes are not needed. They've already committed to tabling an updated agreement at the next Fair Work meeting. Amid these massive shifts here in the port, you get an understanding of the sheer scale of the iron ore industry and why BHP is the world's largest listed miner.
We're 5% of Australia's GDP through this one little town of 18,000 people.
In a bid to try and settle the pay dispute, both sides will be back before the Fair Work Commission on August 18.
Canberra's building boom is hiding a concerning drop in people taking up and completing trades training. New figures show the construction labour force is strong, with an increase of 10% in the last 2 years, but there has been a 20% fall in the number of apprentices. Bricklaying has been hit the hardest, with just 7 apprentices left in training across the whole Australian Capital Territory.
In the middle of a construction boom, but fewer people are learning the tricks of a trade.
There's actually only 7 apprentice bricklayers currently in training in the ACT, which is alarming.
Apprentices need a boss to take them on. Daniel Swan is a 3rd-generation bricklayer.
I've got Jacob, he's 21, but there's a big gap between 21 and the next guy. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to be like in 10 years' time.
3rd-year apprentice Jacob has always wanted to learn a trade.
It was a hard gig. Like, I was a little skinny boy and yeah, it was hard to really get pushing wheelbarrows and stuff, but then I kind of just stuck through it.
Bricklayer Lynn Sheffield runs a trade school teaching apprentices skills.
I really feel that we should be educating them first away from the job site and then bringing them into the job sites. And the bosses will use them more in their trade instead of just using them as labourers.
We go to school once a month and it's not enough time for us to learn at the start of our apprenticeship. And it's just really hard. When you're 3rd year and you can't lay bricks properly, you need that skill straight away.
It's a qualified trade, but currently you don't need a licence to work as a bricklayer in the ACT.
We don't even have to have our qualifications. So when you look around the job sites, there's a lot of bad work. We have a lot of labour, but not skilled labour.
Putting that in context of the target of building 30,000 homes over the next 5 years, we've got a long way to go.
Rethinking apprenticeships before skills hit a brick wall.
And that ends the news segment. Sports is next. After the break, PNG Chiefs signed Brian To'o and Lewis win first day outing.
Ready for the world, so is your Visa Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
Guest! Oh no! And the bathroom smells like this!
A fancy hand wash, come to the front! Loofah older than Uncle Foofa, please hide behind! Last year's face wash, time to cover your face!
You can hide all that junk, sure, but how will you hide the smell anymore?
Godrej Air Pocket!
Wow! With Power Gel technology, keeps the bathroom fresh for up to 30 days. Godrej Air Pocket. Bye-bye bad smell. Hello sweet fragrance.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE.
Fabuloso multi-purpose cleaner with an irresistible fragrance that lasts all day long, creating a field of flowers in every corner of your home with an irresistible fragrance that lasts and lasts all day long. Fabuloso irresistible fragrance.
Papa will come close to Laos. Kaya ino ready yet. Mak blem belatya. Mom's too glorasta. Suppose I'm not ready. Ayo. Dia mama's lepas him the pups. I'm sure him way blue milk get that.
You have to meet my best friend. She's the sweetest. Hey, check out my hair.
Which one? The one on your head or the one in the sink? Relax. Next time, just use the Mega Growth Anti-Damage Relaxer. It's infused with wonder oils and conditioning proteins for visibly less hair breakage after retouching. Now your hair looks great.
Thank you.
Mega Growth Anti-Damage No-Light Cream Relaxer for visibly less hair breakage after retouching.
Thanks for staying with us. Samoan international Brian To'o is the latest major signing for the PNG Chiefs, joining fellow Samoan star Jerome Luai at the club on a 3-year deal. To'o's arrival further strengthens the Chiefs' specific identity, with the Samoan star now set to link up with Luai as the club prepares for its historic entry into the NRL in 2028.
On the bounce, nice pickup. Brian To'o's got a grubber. That is clever. Oh, grubber again!
Brian To'o will join the PNG Chiefs at the conclusion of his current contract with the Penrith Panthers ahead of the club's inaugural 2028 NRL Premiership season. The 27-year-old winger becomes Chiefs player number 006, bringing an impressive record to Papua New Guinea's new NRL side. To'o has made 151 NRL appearances, scored 99 tries and won 4 NRL premierships, while also representing the New South Wales Blues in 17 State of Origin matches and Samoa in 11 tests. Chief Executive Officer Lorna McPherson says To'o's signing is significant for both the club and the wider Pacific Rugby League community, highlighting his strong family, cultural and community values. Chiefs General Manager of Football Michael Chalmers says To'o's experience, competitiveness and work ethic will be important as the club builds its inaugural squad. Susan Oreape, TVWAN Sports.
Brian To'o's arrival at the PNG Chiefs as player number 6 adds further experience and Pacific representation as the PNG Chiefs continue building their inaugural squad for NRL 2028.
PNG Chief CEO Lorna McPherson says his strong connection to his Samoan heritage, family and community aligns closely with the values the Chiefs want to establish from the beginning. She adds that To'o's decision to join the Chiefs sends a powerful message to young people across Papua New Guinea and the Pacific, giving them someone they can identify with and look up to. Meanwhile, Panthers head coach Ivan Cleary says To'o's impact at Penrith has extended well beyond his performances on the field. Cleary describes To'o as an exceptional player and an even better person, praising him as a great teammate, devoted family man, and someone who brings energy and positivity to the club. He says To'o has been a huge part of what Penrith has built, and the club is looking forward to sharing one more season with him before he begins his next chapter with the Chiefs. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 Sports.
Papua New Guinea will not participate in the 2026 MSG Prime Minister's Cup in Fiji unless outstanding payments from the 2025 tournament for players, officials and stakeholders are settled. The Papua New Guinea Football Association says it will not assemble a national team until all financial commitments from previous tournaments are honored.
PNG Football Association President John Capinato said the decision is aimed at protecting the welfare and interest of players and officials who have represented the country. The unpaid obligations include player allowances and the team officials from the 2024 MSD Prime Minister's Cup in the Solomon Islands and the 2025 tournament hosted in Papua New Guinea. Outstanding reimbursement owed to PNG FA and stakeholders who contributed to the successful staging of the 2025 competition also remain unresolved. NATO added that PNG FA cannot in good conscience ask players and officials to compete again while previous commitments remain unpaid. The PNG FA president revealed that the association's position is based on principles of good governance and its responsibility as a FIFA member association to protect player interest. The decision comes despite PNG's recent success in the tournament. The PNG Balloons made history by winning the inaugural women's title in 2025, while the PNG couples finished runners-up in the men's competition. NATO stressed that PNG FA remains supportive of the MSD Prime Minister's Cup and its role in promoting regional football development and cooperation across Melanesia. PNG FA will continue working with relevant authorities and stakeholders to resolve the outstanding issues while advocating for the welfare of national players and officials. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN Sports.
The PNG Lawas have opened their T20 series against Thailand women's national side with a win, chasing down 110 runs to secure a 5-wicket victory at the Amini Park in Port Moresby today. The series continues throughout the week and ends on August 17th.
After Thailand women won the toss and elected to bat first, the PNG Lawas produced a disciplined bowling and fielding effort to restrict Thailand to 109 for 5 from their 20 overs. The home side then held their nerve in the run chase, reaching 110 for 5 at the end of the 20th over to claim an important victory in front of the home crowd. The win was built around a composed batting performance from the PNG middle and lower order, with Pauke Siaka providing the match-winning finish. Siaka remained unbeaten on 25 from 15 balls, striking 3 boundaries at a strong strike rate of 166.67 to guide the Lawas over the line. Coach Mauru Dai praised the team for showing great resilience and a strong mindset to grind it out right to the last ball.
They end up with 110 runs. So in reply, our batter started well with Konyo and Holland. They 4 overs, they already reached 39 runs, so which was good runs that both of them made. But it's a cricket. The opposition will come back hard, so they fought. When we lose 2 wickets, that's it. They were on top. But good credit to our players who came after they were pushing and scoring runs. Example like the veteran Pauke Siaka came in, finished the job, and then we got the result.
Captain Brenda Tao commended her girls for their efforts and confidence in their batting that got them home right at the death.
It's pretty good, exciting way to start off the tournament. To be honest, yeah. I mean, we always speak about the roles and responsibilities we have as individuals and as a team. And, you know, we went out together just saying, you know, it's the team energy, team effort, and teamwork that counts the most. So everyone knew what their roles were, what their job was. So, yeah, it was pretty exciting to, you know, start off the tournament with the way the first game was displayed. But yeah, I'm proud of the girls, and yeah, there's a lot of things we need to work on as a team, so we'll definitely take that in with us. You know, things that we've improved and we've been doing better on, we'll add on, and things that we need to work on, we'll fix them as a team. But otherwise, it's a good start to the tournament.
The result gives the PNG Lawas an important early advantage in the series and provides confidence as the team continues its campaign against Thailand. The PNG Lawas will now look to build on today's performance as the international series continues at the Amini Park. Cricket PNG congratulates PNG Lawas on a strong team performance and an important victory over Thailand. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
With just 2 months remaining until the 2026 Rugby League World Cup kickoff on October 15th, Papua New Guinea, as a co-host nation, has intensified preparations for its national men and women teams, the Kumuls and Orchids. Both squads are being put together meticulously to field competitive teams on the global stage.
Tony Archer, officiating executive officer of the PNG Rugby League, confirmed that the PNG Kumuls and the PNG Orchids will be drawn from a mix of players competing in several recognized elite competitions, including the National Rugby League NRL, Queensland Cup, Super League, and the New South Wales Cup. Local domestic competitions in PNG will also be actively considered to ensure a comprehensive talent pool.
Yeah, I think, Terry, there's a lot of work that goes unseen. You know, our coaches are in place and our staff are in place, and they've been watching the players over the whole season. And we draw players from a lot of areas. We draw them from the NRL, we draw them from Super League, we draw them from Queensland Cup, New South Wales Cup, and obviously our domestic competitions as well. So there's a lot of work that people don't see, and that's what we want to be able to do. And ultimately we'll land with a really strong squad. We're really confident in where we're at in our preparation, and we're really looking forward to the challenge of entering into the World Cup of 2026.
Archer expressed strong confidence and trust in the national selectors who are responsible for choosing the best and strongest possible squads, along with naming the coaching staff and management teams for both the Kumuls and Orchids. He expects the selection process to initially yield a wide squad of between 35 to 40 players before trimming down to the final 26 squad in early October.
Yeah, absolutely. It comes down to how you're performing in 2026, but obviously those that have come before and done the job is really important for us, you know, and experience is really important in these sort of tournaments. So it'll come down to the coaching staff and the management around it, but they'll, you know, are really confident in both the Orchids and the Kumul staff to pick the best team possible and the best team available as we head into the World Cup.
He emphasized the importance of retaining experienced performing Kumul players, noting that experience is crucial for a tournament of this caliber. However, there is also a strong focus on integrating young, promising talent competing in various elite competitions. Archer highlighted the Kumul's impressive performances in the Pacific Championships over the past 3 years as a positive foundation for building the World Cup squad.
Oh, the players are looking at exactly who you've touched on. The players who are playing in the Super League and the NRL competitions who were the bulk of that Pacific Championship team last year. Obviously the 6 players who went from the Hunters over there with an opportunity with the London Broncos is an important part. But you've still got to maintain their form. You know, and the Hunters are playing in the Queensland Cup and they're being looked at just as closely as anyone else. Our ambition, without taking out any names, is to pick the best squad possible for October in the tournament. We'll pick those on form and we'll pick them on those that are physically up to that high performance level.
Regarding the coaches, Kumul's coach Jason Demetrio and Orchids coach Craig Sandercock have already begun monitoring player form and progress ahead of the final selections. Archer mentioned the importance of players competing in the Super League and NRL, especially those who featured prominently in last year's Pacific Championships. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
This ends the sports segment, and now the weather. Southern, Port Moresby, partly cloudy skies, chances of few light showers. Popondetta, partly cloudy with few light showers and drizzles. Momase, partly cloudy skies, few light showers. Vanimo, partly cloudy with possible afternoon and evening showers. New Guinea Islands, Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy with few light showers and drizzles. Buka, cloudy with occasional light showers. Highlands region, Gurkha, Banks and Kundiawa, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms tonight. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast for PNG areas for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea sees slight to moderate with winds at 10 to 15 knots, reaching 20 knots at times. Solomon Sea sees smooth with southeast to southerly winds at 5 to 15 knots. Bismarck Sea sees slight to moderate with southeast winds at 10 to 15 knots, reaching 20 knots at times. and coastal waters forecast. Waters of southern PNG and Indonesia border to Daru to Kira Island to Kerma to Yule Island to Port Moresby to Hood Point to Samarai Island says 0.5 to 1.3 meters, rising to 1.5 meters at times. Waters of Samarai to all Milne Bay Islands to Cape Vogel says 0.5 to 1.3 meters, rising to 1.5 meters at times. And that ends another edition of TVWAN News. Pleasant viewing. Good night.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
Always on WhatsApp? Then this is your style of banking with TISA. Check your account balance or even chat with a TISA Bank agent